Labonte also on pit road right now. Steve.
Well, Dick, Jeff Gordon has just climbed out of the race car. He's talked briefly to the team. Jeff, how bad is it? Is it terminal for the day?
I'm pretty sure it is. You know, it felt like the bottom end of the race, of the motor. And, you know, we've been talking about horsepower a lot, and we are making some serious horsepower. But, you know, and we've had such great success with the reliability. So I'm not sure, you know, what happened, but we'll take a look at it. And it's a rare occasion for Hendrick Motorsports. And we had a great car, man. I tell you what, Robbie Loomis and all the guys in this DuPont Chevrolet were doing a great job. And was having a lot of fun out there. The car was better than I thought it was going to be. A little bit loose on new tires, but really was good on the long runs.
Thank you, Jeff.
Pole sitter out for the day.
But their successes, Hendrick Motorsports, far outweighs their failures.
And when you look at his last 3 weeks, he's had a car that could have won any one of those races, had the right front tire blow at Dover, finished 4th last week. You see it, what happened today.
Third caution of the day comes at lap 89.
Okay, boys, check out these shots. Oh, I love this. Jeff passes Junior at Talladega. This is where Casey got his first pole. Him and Pie! Junior wins the 500 all together now. Junior! Obvious. Rusty breaks the streak.
Wherever you go, you've got NASCAR news, stats, and live racing on your phone or online with exclusive content on AOL and NASCAR.com to go.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Malibu with innovative and exclusive features the competition doesn't offer. And now, current GMAC Smart Buy customers can get a Malibu sedan with Smart Buy financing for around $191 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for details. The all-new Chevy Malibu. Turn the key. Start a revolution. Chevy, the #1 selling cars and trucks in the greater Rochester area.
This is my land, and this is my Kubota Grand L.
Notice how he introduces the tractor first.
This is my wife, Kathy.
He spends a lot of time with his Kubota. Jerry!
This field used to be filled with rocks and brush. Well, we took care of that.
I told him we need to spend more time together, so I got my own Kubota.
Reliable, versatile, easy to operate. Kubota. Everything you value.
Year after year in America, more people choose Ford than any other make of vehicle. They choose the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety's best pick. They choose the smooth-riding Ford Taurus. And right now, you can choose financing as low as 0% or $5,000 cash back during the Choice Sales event. That's $5,000 cash back on a brand new Taurus. Make the right choice. Get into your neighborhood Ford store today.
The Simpsons, weeknights at 6 and 7, only on Fox Rochester.
Stats and live racing on your phone or online with exclusive content on AOL and NASCAR.com to go.
Last season, we brought you the hottest show of the summer. Now, Fox has done it again. Thanks to you, North Shore is this season's #1 new drama.
If you really love someone, there is nothing in the world that should keep you from trying to get her.
And tomorrow, Working in Paradise gets even hotter.
What's that?
When the OC's Amanda Rigetti joins the cast.
You're gonna turn this place upside down.
The hit series North Shore, all new at 8, 7 Central tomorrow on Fox.
Nice to have you with us on Fox back here in Michigan. Time for a Visa race break. Moments ago under our third caution, Ryan Newman getting the free pass, getting his lap back with Jeff Hammond. Let's look at some Michigan moments as Mark Martin had problems early with his transmission. Roush Racing is suffering, and a caution flag coming out in a hurry. Robbie Gordon, after Brendan Gaughan had slowed up, bumped him from the back.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden here went Robbie Gordon around and around, and everybody did a great job of driving to avoid this. It could have been a lot worse than what it was. And then Ryan Newman, he has trouble. Car overheats.
That's
had to come to pit. A hot dog wrapper coming. He had to go to pit road. And then Casey Mears has something break on the front suspension. He comes in, crew jacks it up, and realizes they've got to make repairs to this car.
Casey Mears in trouble in that spot. Jeff Gordon, who led 81 laps on the pole, two-time winner here in Michigan. Engine goes, and his third DNF this season, doesn't expect to be back.
Now, there's one thing about this race right now. As you see here, we're getting ready to come to restart with Rusty Wallace leading this race.
Ready, green, green.
Rusty Wallace, Scott Wimmer, and Brendan Gaughan. The 3 leaders did not pit. Dale Jarrett pitted for fuel only. They are the front 4 ahead of Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray, and Joe Nemechek.
And I don't disagree with that call right there on Rusty, Scott Wimmer, Brendan Gaughan. It had only been about 5 laps since these guys were in pit road under green. That's the reason Dale Jarrett in 88 took fuel only.
Matt and Jimmy Johnson's pit.
The 48 fading back now. Under that caution, his spotter, Chris Osborne, went to Jamie McMurray's spotter, Lauren Renier, said, we are having severe issues with third gear. Be very careful on the restart. We may have problems.
That's where it certainly could bite him, is on those restarts.
Now, once you start having trouble, you know, those parts have got to go somewhere. If it's just a shifting issue, that's one thing. But if it's starting to vibrate or shake, she won't last.
See Dale Jarrett in the 88 car battling each other. Brendan Gaughan in the 77. This is a battle for second place. Brendan Gaughan on the high side, Dale Jarrett on low side. Thank you, NASCAR. This is the way a race is supposed to go. We're not running all those cautions, even with a blown engine. Thank you.
So far, so good. But Dick Berggren, is there an issue with Jarrett's car?
No, there really isn't, Mike. I wanted to follow up on why DJ did not take fresh tires, both during practice and during this race. His car has simply been better on the tires once they break in after a few laps. So, in order to be fast, he stayed on old tires.
Scott Riggs in the 10 car right now, he is 1 lap down. Back in 28th position, Rusty Wallace, the 2 car, battling for the lead here with Dale Jarrett in that 88.
And he's trying to keep from being 1 lap down right now.
Here high.
There you see Dale Jarrett, 88 car, side by side with Rusty. And Brendan Gaughan in the 77, he wants to follow his teammate through.
To the 10 cars, clear high.
Now the 10 car's on new tires. He got tires restarted next to the leaders. First car 1 lap down on the inside on the restart. So hopefully Riggs is hoping that he can drive away from these cars that did not stop.
Slowly but surely, I see the 10 car making that little turn and headed in the right direction.
And as long as these guys race like this side by side, that's good news for Scott Riggs as well. You can see him pulling away. Need to make note also about the time Jeff Gordon blew up. Looked like Kenny Schrader in the 49 had an engine failure, went to the garage as well.
Another car that looks like it's coming back. It's a little bit better than it was. Is the 9 car. He's able to hang up there with the leaders now.
At the front, 47-year-old Dale Jarrett and 47-year-old Rusty Wallace, both the sons of racers and both the fathers of race drivers, running 1-2.
Boy, DJ got a heck of a run off of turn 2 that time.
And Joe Nemechek trying to come from 5th position.
Well, that's another team that could use a break here with a good finish and a good run. Joe's been running well, but had a lot of bad luck. And you see that car back there right behind Michael, the 9 car of Casey Kane, or his couple of cars back there. He's starting to look pretty good. He's a lap down, but he's able to hang, and he wasn't able to do that earlier.
He would be the free pass car unless Riggs gets lapped by Dale or Rusty. Dale Jarrett had only led 6 laps this year previous to today.
I think we saw a resurgence of Dale last week at Pocono. Car really looked good, lost engine right there at the end, not his fault. But that team looked like they've really got something going now.
Well, they have to get something going, because remember, with only 11 races to go in his first 26, he's 17th in points, 150 out. He has to have about 11 runs just like this.
Are you saying that the margin of error is very narrow?
And narrowing every week. Jamie McMurray in the 42 car, he goes by Joe Nemechek in the 01. That is the battle for 6th position. Scott Wimmer in that 22, Frankie Stoddard, he gambles and leaves him out, as Dale Jarrett and Brendan Gaughan did. He's hanging up there in the top 5.
I like Frankie because if there's contrary strategy to be found, he'll be one of the first to find it and try it.
Different is good if it's good.
See Scott Riggs in the 10 car. We talked about him just a moment ago, trying to stay on the tail end of the lead lap.
Looks like DJ can hang pretty good, but you know, watching back there, watching Rusty, he's starting to slide back on his old tires.
Jeff Gordon, the pole sitter, out of the race. Here's Dick Berggren with more on the Hendrick engine situation.
Well, whenever a driver sees a teammate's engine fail, certainly he worries about whether his engine might fail as well. I talked to Jeff Gordon's crew this morning and asked whether they were tuning for power or fuel mileage. They said neither. They were tuning for reliability. And moments before the start of the race, I was with John Hendrick on pit road, and I asked him about the engines, and he said that they had found more power in the engine. It's going to cost them a little bit of fuel mileage, but you guys all know power can sometimes be destructive.
You know something, I agree, Doc, but here's something. That 9 car, how can you take a car, and Larry, you can answer this better than anybody, how can you take a car that goes a lap down, the driver can't drive it, comes in and makes one pit stop, makes a minor change, and he's up there fighting the 9 is Casey Kane to get back on the lead lap.
And you know, Darrell, I just question, is this a product? We talked about it in the opening of where he qualified. It took him a little time to get a feel for where he was with that race car because he started back in traffic so deep in the field.
Casey Kane has got to get past Scott Riggs to be the first car 1 lap down and then try to unlap himself from the leaders. Matt?
Larry Mack, he was tight earlier, but then the car had gone to the free side, and then he reported to Tom Baldwin Jr. The car just had no grip. It's been a progression of adjustments from track bar to wedge to air pressure, trying to make small gains to get that race car back in the ballpark so they can get back on the lead lap and try to make a run for it.
And I'm sure when he was back in the pack as where he started, that just magnified that tightness because he had no downforce on the front end.
Best race of the day, bottom of your screen, the 10 and the 9. Riggs and Kane trying to be the first car 1 lap down. And up front, next best race of the day. It's for the lead. Here comes Brendan Gaughan.
Oh, yeah. Brendan he's a cool cat. I like to see him up there leading the race. This ought to be exciting. I like to hear him on his radio.
But just remember, great qualifying effort. He qualified in 6th, but he was involved in that wreck on lap 1 back there on the backstretch with Robbie Gordon in the 31. But now he's leading this race.
Yep.
I can't tell you how good you're looking. Keep pedaling. That's a nice job. All right, you got to run on him. Let's use it. Good job, Brendan. You're holding your own here.
Well, any of you have watched stock car racing on TV for the last dozen years know that voice.
Man, I'm having a great day. Richard Petty was in the booth. Buddy Baker's on the radio. I'll tell you, got to hang out with Cale last week. Like old home week.
Like reunion.
Second race of the season, Brendan Gaughan has led.
This is the new Napa NASCAR Select oil filter with race-inspired spin flow technology. Inside a normal filter, oil experiences turbulence, which frustrates the filtration cycle. But spin flow technology expunges turbulence by channeling the movement of oil across the filter media. Hold on, Calpo. Large particles are constrained to flow out and away from the T52 media, facilitating excellent continuance at a myriad of pressures.
Napa's new oil filter cleans oil better.
That's what I said.
It's the good stuff.
Introducing TGI Fridays Fresh Summer Salads. New Atkins-approved grilled buffalo chicken salad. New Mediterranean shrimp salad. And pecan-crusted chicken salad. Summer just got even better. Hurry in for fresh summer salads now at TGI Fridays.
We are the champions, my friends.
The feeling of asking your doctor about Viagra.
Dude, what do you got in that thing? I got an amp, guitar, surfboard, ladder, and 12 2x4s.
Velocity meets versatility. The all-new Hemi-powered Dodge Magnum. Open it up from either end. Now get up to a $1,000 June bonus for qualified buyers who finance through Chrysler Financial.
16 million people will come to WebMD this month. Some will learn about a condition or a diagnosis. Others will chat with experts. Many will simply decide when to visit a doctor. We'll help them all to navigate WebMD's wealth of medically reviewed information to find exactly what they need. Americans may have thousands of different questions about their health, but now they have a single place to find the answers.